Reports the Giants have agreed to terms pending a physical with quarterback Russell Wilson, a 10-time Pro Bowler, a Super Bowl champion. Russell Wilson, an accomplished veteran quarterback, now the quarterback of the New York Football Giants. Paul Dottino with me. And Paul, Russell Wilson has a lot of pelts on the wall.
13 years in the NFL, John. He has gone to the playoffs on 9 different occasions. Now, we know that most of those were with the Seattle Seahawks. Then he spent 2 years with Denver and last year with the Pittsburgh Steelers and returned to the playoffs for the first time in 3 years, getting the steel curtain back into the postseason. In fact, if you recall, he had a calf injury last March, but overcame that, replaced Justin Fields, and won 6 of his first 7 starts with Pittsburgh.
And he's been extremely consistent in his career and durable. Just 1 year when he's played fewer than 14 games. That was last year with Pittsburgh when he started the year with a calf injury. And only 1 year when he's thrown for fewer than 3,000 yards. So you know what you're getting with Russell Wilson. Last 2 years, 6-5 with Pittsburgh as a starter. And then the previous year in Denver, he was 7-8. But you know what you're getting, and he's going to bring a stability and a lot of smarts to that quarterback position.
I think it's interesting to note most people will think of him from his glory days with the Seattle Seahawks. But over these last 3 years, the 2 with Denver and 1 with Pittsburgh, he had a combined 8 game-winning drives in the fourth quarter or overtime. So he has certainly been the guy who has driven that stagecoach to victory on numerous occasions. In fact, over that time period as well, 58 touchdown passes to only 24 interceptions. So that's also a very positive ratio.
Only 2 years in his career with fewer than 20 touchdown passes. That was, again, last year only playing in 11 games, and then back in 2022 with the Broncos. And, Paul, the defining factor for me for Russell Wilson has always been his deep ball. He's got one of the prettiest, most accurate deep balls in the league. He puts a lot of air under the ball, gets it outside. For players like Darius Slayton and Malik Neighbors and Jalen Hyatt who like to get deep, he's going to be really, really helpful in making explosive plays down the field, which this Giants offense sorely needs.
They called it the moon ball for many, many years, the way he just dropped it in a bucket, kind of like in baseball when Willie Mays used to make those basket catches over the shoulder. That's what Wilson does. He puts the ball in those spots. Also has a very good propensity for the short pass via rollout as they move the pocket. For him. He's done that many, many, many a times over his career, and it's something we know that Brian Daboll certainly likes to do with his passers.
Absolutely. According to reports, the Giants have agreed to terms pending a physical with quarterback Russell Wilson.
So there you go. There you have it. So we're here, Ronnie. What's your take with Russell Wilson's with the New York Giants?
I think this is a great look for Russell Wilson because right now the Giants is definitely in need of a quarterback. And not only that, they have now a veteran quarterback who understands the game, who played for different various of teams. You already know with the Seattle Seahawks and also with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Russell Wilson, he is considered one of the quarterbacks that do have accurate pass skills. So which means it will be easy for Malik right now over there in the Giants for him to pass on the ball and able to execute to him. And I see Giants probably having a fair season this year. I don't see them going all the way. Like when I mean all the way, I mean head into the playoffs because they still have some rebuilding to do after the loss of so many different players. And so let's see how it turns out. Let's see the turn event when it comes to the aspect of the Giants. But shout out to Russell getting that big deal. Man, he's working hard, Hakeem. Go right ahead.
I think this is also a good look for the New York Giants. Russell Wilson, regardless what anybody says, still delivers at his age. He makes plays. He gets touchdowns. He wins games. He is a little bit older. I would have liked to see him groomed and up-and-coming quarterback under him to do a transitional pass. I feel this is his retirement team. I could see this being his retirement team. I know with the Broncos, he made $32 million with a $53 million dead cap over there. I'm wondering what they're going to pay him here for this 1 year. I think this is it. 14 years in the league.
No, but Hakeem, with this 1 year, he's getting paid $21 million.
Oh, he's retiring.
And that $10.5 million guaranteed.
He's retiring. If he's getting paid that, he's retiring. This is it for him. That low is this is
Yeah. So when it comes to the New York Giants and everything, they really had no quarterback. They released Daniel Jones last year, and they're scrambling looking for a quarterback. So They got Jameis Winston, who's a quality backup, and then they got Jameis Winston, who might potentially be the starter. Um, and it's shout out to Wild how he said, Shador Sanders, which you never know when it comes to the draft that the Giants might draft Shador Sanders. So if they do draft Shador Sanders, they'll probably have Russell Wilson, be a mediator to him, try to get him up to the game. He might start, and then you might see Shador Sanders starts, but we don't know what the Giants gonna do. But Russell Wilson, yeah, this is his last stop. Will he start off pretty good? Absolutely. But if you saw him in Pittsburgh, he started off great, but at the end they started losing games. You know, balls wasn't not throwing like he used to be. And also really playing the cold is, that's not really Russell Wilson's game like that. So I agree with you, Ronnie. It's going to be a fair season, but they're not going to be Washington in that division. They're not going to be Philadelphia in that division. They could probably go fight for the third spot for either them or Dallas or something like that. But like I said, we don't know what they're gonna do in the draft. So I'm intrigued what they're gonna do in the draft because they have the number one. I think they have the number 2 pick. Yeah, they have the number 2 pick.
Number 2 pick.
Have the
Correct.
number 2 pick. So either they can draft a quarterback like Shador Sanders, or will they trade a pick to get to build their offensive line and also get a running back because even though they signed quarterback, they still need help in the offensive line. They still need help, with the running game, and they still need help with linebackers and also their cornerbacks. Their defensive line is solid. They got one of the best defensive lines in the game, but they need more help, not just a quarterback as well. But go ahead, Russell Wilson. He got his money, and let's just see what they're gonna do.
No, but it's funny how Russell can keep a job, but Aaron Rodgers can't.
When you hear what Aaron Rodgers say, that he's a locker room killer. That's why they released him from New York Jets so fast. And now his only hope is in Pittsburgh. But we don't know. We're gonna see. We're gonna get something.